The barrier between the individual soul and the Supreme Soul is the ego, the ever-present enemy. It manifests as a feeling of separateness. Bhakti does away with this feeling of separation, for in the ecstasy of pure love and devotion, the consciousness of the individual self is lost. With the surrender of the ego, the individual becomes an instrument in the hands of God. And then he goes on with a nice metaphor. This state is beautifully symbolized by the image of Krishna playing the flute. Just as a flute is a hollow instrument through which the breath of God moves, so the individual must empty himself of all egoism to enable the Lord to act fully through him. He takes neither credit nor blame for his actions, for God does the action. The devotee thinks of nothing but God. The Lord is his constant thought wave and fills every mental space. He is the consummation of everything, hence everything is to be worshipped. So also in like Christianity, there's a metaphor of, Jesus said, empty thy cup and I will fill thee. It's the same. The flute is hollow and we're just instruments for God. We're just trying to use God's breath to fill us, and so that we can play for God in His Leela, in the play. And one thing that I really like about the center and about the way that we're taught and about our teachings is that we always believe in the teachings. We always believe in the gurus. We always believe in the masters. All the teachers were always taught, give thanks, give praise for the teachings. And that we're not teaching the classes, we're just instruments for the teachings so that we can spread yoga, because this is something that we believe in. That way you're not getting attached, with the ego and saying, oh, well, I did this class really well. No, you just were a good instrument, You just help to spread the teachings. And that way you're not really affected by good or bad, and you don't have that constant need for praise. If you start, people are constantly like, oh yeah, that was a great class, I had a really nice time. Then what happens is you start getting attached to that praise and wanting always, oh well, I hope they like the class. Or if they leave and they don't say anything to you, then you're like, oh well, maybe that was a bad class, maybe they didn't like it, and then you start worrying. But if you don't have that attachment, if you don't get involved with that ego, and you just know that you're spreading the teachings, then you have no worries.
Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhu cha sakha